Listening there to Antony Blinken, the U.S. Secretary of State, outlining the White House's China policy in a very lengthy speech there, joined here on the set by Philip Turle, our international affairs editor. Philip, Blinken said Russia's Vladimir Putin is a clear and present threat, but China poses a greater long-term challenge to the international order. Those are some pretty strong words.
I think this is a talk here with several messages for the Chinese. The first one is the US doesn't seek a conflict with China. What it wants is for China to respect the international order. And what the US is concerned about is that China is not playing the game correctly, if you like. It's using a dirty tricks tactic to spread its own economic investments without playing the rules that have been laid down by the UN Charter, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, all sorts of rules that have been adopted around the world that China is not respecting and playing its own game to follow its own agenda, if you like. And I think the underlying message here from Antony Blinken is that we know what China is doing. We see what China wants to do. We're not seeking to have a conflict with China. We're obviously seeking to be in competition with China, but it's up to China now to play the rules. And he laid down three ways of doing that. The first one was that the US was going to invest in its own strength. The second one was that it was going to align with its allies and partners in the region in a common cause to counterbalance China. And the third one is to compete with China in investment around the world. And that was the underlying strength of this message. But he was also saying that there were points in common between the United States and China, particularly when it came to climate change, for example, and the fight against COVID, and how China and the rest of the world should work together to make sure everybody is vaccinated. And we should all work together to fight against a climate change, which Antony Blinken said would have catastrophic effects against all of us if the right action wasn't taken. China is the world's #1 polluter. The United States is the world's #2 polluter. So there was some common ground there. So I think a call for a realization that China is following its own agenda, a call that the United States doesn't seek conflict with China but knows what is going on, so therefore cannot maybe strike up a compromise, and if that's not the case, then it will seek its own agenda to try to play China at its own game.
Okay, we're going to leave it there for now. International Affairs Editor Philip Turle. Philip, thanks as always.